Yes, I've been playing the one and only Donkey Kong Bonanza for Nintendo Switch 2. And honestly, this is one of the most fun games that I have been playing, like bar none. And I'm actually shocked at a lot of the conversation that's surrounding this game. I mean, you got clowns like Dreamcast Guy and others out there saying, I regret buying this game, and there's all this other nonsense. I just want to tell you, if you guys, if you're not going to stick around for the entirety of this review and you're curious as to, hey, is this game worth picking up? Yes. I will say this. I have not completed this game, and there's a reason why I haven't completed it. It's just because my 5-year-old, like, literally is always taking this and playing it herself. So it's like a battle to even get it. And she gets locked in when she's playing this. But this game is a ton of fun. And yes, this is my first official Nintendo Switch game review, a month and a half, almost 2 months into it. And I just dropped the case. It is what it is. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about this game and my thoughts on it. So first up, the thing I want to talk about is how this game looks. This game looks absolutely gorgeous to me. Like, I am blown away at the graphical fidelity of it. But I will say this, if this is a game that you're playing and you're playing it on a 4K TV or a TV that doesn't have HDR, it's going to look a little rough. And if you're curious as to what I'm saying, I'm going to show you what it looks like from what I captured to what it looks like when you don't have it. So you can get a bit of a comparison, because without HDR, it looks just super oversaturated. You know how like people say like Samsung takes pictures, or Samsung phones take pictures and videos and they just oversaturate the colors. Well, it's very much that type of situation where the oversaturation is in full effect, but when the HDR is turned on, it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, this isn't a game that's going to blow you away graphically in the sense of like, oh, it's not the most realistic looking thing. It's not The Last of Us Part 2 or Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Yotei or anything like that. But it is an absolutely beautiful game with that Nintendo aesthetic added to it. And that's one of the things I feel like a lot of people are forgetting this when it comes to like gaming, and specifically Nintendo games, is they are centered around simplicity and fun, aimed for not only kids, but the whole family, right? Even those of us who just want to play a game and have fun. It really focuses on that. And one of the things that when I'm playing this game is I've done nothing but just have fun with it in a way that I haven't had fun in a game in some years, right? Like, of course, one of my favorite games that came out in 2025 has been Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But when it's a game that I can't put down, my kids can't put down, my partner can't put down, that goes to show how good that game is. And whether I'm running around and just destroying everything or looking for fossils or trying to find as many bananas as I can to do stat upgrades, Donkey Kong Banaza is just non-stop fun. And I will say this, if you play the first world, right, before you beat the boss and you get your transformation and everything like that, if you're just running around, because the game really doesn't hold your hand, it literally will put you, okay, you're here, now go have fun. Go explore. Go do whatever you want to do. It's kind of like the Breath of the Wild experience all over again. Or Skyrim, if you really want to say like open world, go do what you want to do. It's very much like that. And what really just got me was like, okay, at first, when I was going through the first world, going through the mining level, and then to, when you go down to the sub layer, which is, if you played Tears of the Kingdom, you'll get the sub-layer references. But when you go down to the sub-layers, like, you just start like going around and looking and checking out different things. And after a while, you feel like, okay, the game has run its course. I've played and experienced everything that I need to with this, because I've seen it all, right? I've done everything. I can do the roll. I can do the double jump when I get the item. And if I upgrade to that ability, I can, do the hand clap. I can pick up things. I can punch in multiple directions. I've seen everything I need to see. There's nothing more to it. And then you get your first transformation, and then you start beating bosses, and then you go to new worlds, and then you do new mini trials, and it just keeps changing and getting more and more like diverse and just fun. And it's like, hey, how creative can you be? Now, one thing I definitely want to say is someone who's played every Donkey Kong game, I'm pushing 40, and the last true 3D Donkey Kong game that we had was Donkey Kong 64. If you guys have heard any review of it, like when it came out, people loved it. But when you see, modern reviews or reviews over the last decade to 15 years, people, the biggest complaint people have is there's too many collectibles. It's too much of a collectathon. There's too much. I gotta go here, collect this, collect this. And the funny thing is, Donkey Kong Bonanza is basically that all over again. Granted, it doesn't play one to one like Donkey Kong 64, but nonetheless, it is a ton of fun to go through and play and experience. And it's like, yes, there's constant fossils that you can pick up, and which fossils act, you collect enough of those act as currency for you to go and buy stuff at the shop. You get enough bananas, you get so many, you get points, which allow you to allocate towards what type of buff do you want. Do you want it to, when you do your transformation by holding L and R, when he does the chest beat, do you want that to be faster for the transformation? Do you want your charge punch when you get your transformation? Do you want that to be faster? Do you want, when you do the hand clap on the ground, do you want the sonar to expand beyond? Do you want more health? Do you want certain transformation durations to last? It's like the skill tree is so cool. And again, like I said, I haven't beaten the game. There's still a whole lot more I haven't discovered. But off the top of my head, I'm just like, man, there's so much customization. And I really feel like no two people are going to have the same experience. Now, I know there's been a lot of conversation that's gone around where people have said, like, oh, well, this is basically Mario Odyssey, except for now you've got Donkey Kong instead of Mario. And I've also seen people compare it to Astrobots, and it's interesting because it's very much its own unique style of game. It does have aspects of Mario Odyssey, but it pulls more from Donkey Kong 64 and the Donkey Kong Country games, 1, 2, and 3, and also the modern two that came out, the one that came out in 2010 or 2011, and the one that came out in 2013, 2014, Tropical Freeze and Return. It pulls from both of those. And if you are someone who loves Donkey Kong, even if you watch the old cartoon, well, not the cartoon, but the early 3D show that came out, there's something in there for you who's a fan. And like I said, the gameplay, it pulls from Mario Odyssey. It pulls from Donkey Kong 64 heavily. It pulls from Banjo Kazooie in some aspects. Like there's so much that this game pulls from that I can't be mad at it. Like it's in a sense, I never would have expected this game to be as polished as it was. Now, granted, this was made by the Mario Odyssey team, but nonetheless, this is a situation where I'm like, I'm really blown away by it because the polish, the shine on it is great. The controls feel good. X, Y, and A give you different types of attacks. Y is your straight punch, X is your upward attack, B is your down attack, and A is your jump. Now, initially, it felt kind of awkward because I was like, I'm used to my jump being B and not A, but nonetheless, I acclimated to it. And then you can do whistling when you get that ability down the road with L. You can roll with ZL. You can pick up stuff like just straight out of whatever front with by pressing Z. And then R allows you to do the clap, which does the sonar and also allows you to collect things around you. And so there's all kinds of different things you can get. Like there's a spin attack you'll get down the road where you just rotate the analog stick and press A and you'll do a jumping spin attack. And it's just like, man, it takes me back to the time. And I know like people are going to be like, oh, what's the plot? I don't care about the plot. I'm playing a game. I'm playing Donkey Kong. It's like saying, well, what's the plot of the newest Mario? I don't care what the plot is. I just want to play the game because it's fun. I want to turn my brain off and have some fun. And like I said, this is a game where I'm not getting to play it a lot just because, my family is constantly on it, but which is fine. I'm like, I love that. I love, and it goes back to a conversation I had with one of my buddies, Abaddon Smith, where we talked about value. When you find that value, something is just completely worth it for you. So for us with the Switch 2, it's something that we are going to be playing with our families. And it's something I'm literally doing. I'm playing that with my family. If it's Mario Kart World, I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm going back playing Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, playing Mario Rabbids Battle Kingdom. I forgot the exact name of it. But that one got like a performance boost. Like there's just so much with Nintendo. And I know people like say it was a kiddie console and all the other. I'm a real gamer. Just, stuff that no one cares about. And I'm just like, man, this is, as someone who's getting older and as someone who's having less and less time to enjoy my hobbies, be it martial arts, video games, anime, movies. And it's just because I'm getting older and my family's expanding, so I don't have that time to just sit and dedicate to stuff. And being able to pick up a game that I can play in bite-sized chunks or for extended times if I wanted to, and the fact that it respects my time really goes a long way. You know, I'm absolutely having a blast playing this game. And like I said, the plot, I don't really care what the plot is, but I'll just throw it out there. Basically, Donkey Kong is part of this mining expedition for bananas, and you know, they fall into this hole and all this other stuff happens, and there you go. Environments, if you guys have played, I think it's Hulk Ultimate Destruction. There's like a PlayStation 2 game where a lot basically lets you play as the Hulk. You can go around basically destroy everything. And so the way I like to, if I'm gonna really put like a cap on it of exactly what this plays like, it's that game, Mario Odyssey, Donkey Kong 64, and aspects of Breath of the Wild in a way. It all just seamlessly, cohesively merges together, and it just does well. And I find myself, like, you have a map where you can open up the map, you can pin it to different points of interest and go look for treasure and everything like that. And I know you can go from point A to point B, you know, to progress along the levels. But I just find myself just having so much fun just exploring and finding different things and finding so much that I can just get into, you know, and just creative ways I can take out enemies. This game is not hard. My kid, my youngest kid is, you know, of course I play with her, her mom plays it with her, but you know, she's getting through it, she's discovering things and she's having fun. And that's one of the things is I've heard a lot of people complain about the difficulty, and I'm just like, it's, are you having fun? You know, find ways to challenge yourself. We used to do that back in the day with gaming. We used to find different ways we can challenge ourselves, handicap ourselves, you know, just for the sake of it. How can we play this game differently? Because back then you only got a game your birthday and Christmas, if that. You know, sometimes you didn't get anything that whole year. But nonetheless, just, you know, find creative ways to play. There's so much you can do in this. Literally, the fact that you can destroy whatever you want to in the environment is so crazy to me. I'm like, yo, the physics systems in this game is absolute. It's crazy. The stuff you can do. If you can hit it, you can blow it up, you can destroy, you can punch it, you can, you know, and there's just so much you're rewarded for exploring and having a sense of just, I want to go out and see what's here. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. And honestly, I think if you're looking to pick it up, you're going to have a really, really good time with it. But that's my thoughts on Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've absolutely loved playing this, and I can't wait to go back when I get the chance to go back and play it. But I can't wait to go back and play it and have some fun with it. Why don't you guys let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. And if you want to pick it up, links will be in the description as well as pinned to the video. And all that being said, catch you guys on the next one. Be safe, be blessed, have aloha. I'll see you around. Peace out.